One of the things that we get asked a lot at the Pet Bistro is understanding food energetics. And this goes back to Chinese medicine. But one of the things that we talked about a little bit earlier is the difference between summer and winter and how we innately eat. But we can also apply that to our dogs. So in the winter months, maybe feeding a warming or hot protein could be really helpful. So you could switch proteins based on seasonality with your pets. This is great. I see this a lot with our short-haired dogs. So maybe your pit bulls, Dobermans, boxers, my Italian Greyhound who shivered all day long every day, Chihuahuas. This is something that could be really beneficial to them. So in the winter months, feeding something like lamb, venison, or trout, which is what we call a hot protein. So that actually has, when it digests, produces heat in the body. We have a warming protein, which could be chicken or turkey. We make stew and we make roast in the winter months because it's that nourishing, warming meal. And we can actually take that and apply it to our pets. So in the dead of winter, when it's really cold, think about maybe what you're feeding your pet. And you can stay in the same brand and just switch proteins. So maybe in the winter, you feed a lamb. And then in the summer months, you go back to a duck or a rabbit or something that's cooling. So in the summer months, I think about those fluffy, hot dogs that we have that are huskies and Samoyeds and these dogs with elk hounds have a lot of fluff that are not always meant for 95-degree days. And how can we actually support their body by feeding them a cooling food? So you got to think about some of those things that might make a difference. In the winter months, I also see a lot of dogs that are seeking blankets, and you can tell that they're cold. Cats follow the sun, or they're looking for the warm spot on the bed. Same applies for our cats. Switch it up. Switch up your protein for your kitty and feed them a little bit differently in the winter months to support them through those few really cold, dark days of Michigan where we wake up and it's dark. We come home from work and it's dark. We go to bed and it's dark. But what can we do to nourish them? There's ways to do that. And food is one of those options.